Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to another MapleStory related video. It's the Maple Monday, Maple musings, whatever we want to call it. I sound like a microwave. I go, We're taking a look at the subreddit over the last week. We're seeing what's happening. I do kind of expect, well, even if it's not upvoted super highly, I will open this thread too because I think it's pretty good. Hidden mission. I didn't even see that. Let's be good. Let's be fair. Good job, GMS team. Yes, asterisk. What do we got here? Soccer minigame is incredibly sweaty and absolutely hilarious. Let's see here. The star forcing thing is also kind of funny. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to go back to the front page. It's not in the top posts, but I feel like it's relevant. Is it pinned? No, it's not pinned. We'll do this, and then this isn't the thread. Is this the thread? Yes. Well, this isn't the thread, but it is a thread. It's about the rollback. Yeah, here, this is the thread. Okay, Jesus Christ. I really should pre-prep this, but it's more authentic if you know. But anyways, this first post I think is really, really cool. I did want to, like, highlight it. You can't see all of the text. It's a little bit cut off over here, but you're not really missing too much. It's just all of the details you ever need to know. And basically, it's just some absolute giga chad giving some information on, like, if you're prepping to get instantly a level 260 with the summer hyperburn, because we're gonna get a hyperburn for summer. It's just how the major updates work. You always get one hyperburn every major update, usually. Well, I won't say usually, but sometimes you get two. Coincides with other events that can give them, or class revamps like we've had in the past. But it's pretty cool here. If you have 5 magpots saved up, you have this alternate route, you have 4 magpot route. It also shows you exactly what to use, when to use it. 210, 225, you strawberry farm. 225 to 230, you strawberry farm to 21.6%. Then you use almost 1,500 XP vouchers. Then you just use 6.6k XP vouchers to go from 230 to 240. Then 240 to 245, you use 1,100 in a Typhoon Growth. Then you use 5 magpots, you're 260. 4 magpot route, similar. That's how you read it, in case you were struggling to read it. And I mean, the text is also here. And it tells you exactly how to do it. Which I think is really cool. I love information. I'm still team use free XP stuff on cares I don't want to play and do dailies and hyperburners. Yeah, I'm also this team solving games. Ah, it's fucking Soga, my goat. I'll give you an upvote to my friend. But yeah, I completely agree. Sometimes I want to get the Hyperburn character that I'm doing done and over with because I don't like playing them. But in most cases, I have my Hyperburn characters and my free XP stuff characters as separate entities. But for other people who want to, like, rush a character, like a sub main or a new main or whatever it might be, I think this is pretty cool. And I love seeing information like this just because I think information is fun. Fun and cool. A guide to the Victoria Cup hidden mission. I didn't even know this existed, so we're gonna figure this out together. Hidden mission achievement. Oh, you get a little leaf reward. Talk to Athena Pierce in the event map. You give her 1 spider web from the Trickster mob in Ludi Tower. You talk to Grendel in the event map. You give him a Star Pixie star piece from Star Pixie mob. You talk to Dances with Balrogs, you give him a brown teddy. The Dark Lord, you give a revitalizer. A Kieran, you give an air bubble, and then you get the achievement, which is a nice little thing. Oh, it's an ornament for the trophy thing, the display case chair. So that's what that is. You get like a trophy for your chair. That's kind of cool. I didn't know about that, and this isn't like too time consuming to do. So I mean, if you're somebody who wants to collect stuff, why not do it, right? Let's be fair, good job, GMS team. I'm not saying the patch is perfect, but we should still keep up the bug reports until stuff is fixed. GMS has made huge improvements with respect to stability of patching, especially with the new non-KMS class plus all Grandis fams. The server hasn't crashed or went down for urgent maintenance, despite my apprehension, among others. Yes, there's a patch in like 10 hours, but the cause of the patch is much smaller than the Tanjiro thing last time. This is not a call to go spend money, despite long-standing issues such as the Kronos login servers dying at +9, which is 1 a.m. my time. Ask me how I know that, because that's my prime gaming hours. Any other real gamers in the chat? But this has been a major step up in the right direction, which I do want to acknowledge. Keep it up, GMS team. I mean, yeah, I do think the patch was deployed very well, so yeah, I have no problems with this. It was a pretty large patch, considering what we got in it all together, and like a large portion of the patch was like content that was not like tailor-made for our game, you know? And I mean, that's the whole reason why they ended up eventually getting rid of Jet, because it just, they copied it from another version, but then like gave it its unique GMS flavoring, and then they just couldn't keep fixing it because they didn't have anybody to really work on it, and they couldn't take from the class that they copied it from because they changed it. I don't know. I mean, that's the reason they gave. Who knows why they really did it. But yeah, the only thing I will say, and we'll go to this now, it's the Kronos Rollback. There was a Kronos Rollback about 2 days ago at this point. The servers crashed at about 5 in the morning. I was doing my dailies and I was just doing Monster Park. It was about an hour rollback. I'm not entirely sure what caused the crash, and I'm not sure anybody really is privy to that information. But the servers just hard shut off, and about an hour of progress was lost, unfortunately. It happened at about 5 a.m., so at the very least, the impact was likely minimal. I mean, I'm speaking as somebody who was impacted, but at least I was only impacted on dailies, so it's not like too big of a deal. I just redid them again. And the server was only down for about 45 minutes, an hour. Some people are saying it's about 3 hours. For me, I think it was about an hour and a half. I mean, I don't know, because all of my dailies on all of my non-Nightwalker characters were undone, but my Nightwalker's dailies were still done. And I do all my dailies in, like, at the same sitting, you know? I sit down to play, I do dailies, I start with my Nightwalker, and then I go down the list. So, and it certainly doesn't take me 3 hours to do dailies, I assure you. I'm not sure, though. And then people, like, see what happened that warranted a rollback. It's not that they rolled back intentionally, it's that the server crashed. And if a server, it's like when you save a game on, like, a Game Boy and it says don't unplug the cartridge while it's saving. If you do unplug the cartridge while it's saving, it's not going to save properly, and it can lead to either save corruption or just your save not being saved, period, and you revert to the last, like, previous save that was properly saved. That's kind of happens, the same thing that happens with a server crash. Like, the server turns off unexpectedly. Something unexpected happens, right? It's not like an intentional rollback. These last two rollbacks were not intentional. It does suck, though, if you're, like, more impacted, of course. I'm not saying that it's, like, a good thing at all, because it's not, no matter how you look at it. Rollbacks typically aren't a good thing. But yeah. Like this guy. This is the thread that I saw. Super hyped to play your Mo Xuan. Get off work. Played from 1 to 2:30. Log off. Logging in with my Mo Xuan level 17. Can't claim the rewards again, which is the same thing that happened with the Tanjiro stuff when it accidentally got rolled back. This will get fixed if you put in a ticket, but the problem with that is obviously the ticket takes time, and with the more people affected by these rollbacks and crashes because it happened unexpectedly, and there's assumedly a good amount of people who got affected by it, and there's also a good chunk of people that try to put in tickets just to try to get free shit. Ask me how I know. I have a few friends that do this kind of stuff. It never works, but they still do. But it's just like that. Those are the kind of tickets that you expect in the ticket system. And it sucks because when you use limited resources, like, for example, the Strawberry Farm tickets, like the XP tickets, the Hyperburn rewards, or not Hyperburn rewards, but the Moshuan level up rewards, you can only claim them once, and they stay claimed despite being rolled back. And the only way to get them again is when your ticket eventually gets answered, and you will get the items back, but it's just unfortunate, and it can be very frustrating, you know? And then there was, of course, this... it's a lot less large of an issue than it seemed to be, but for about an hour and a half to 2 hours on the Sunday, the Star Force event was supposed to be 30% off, and for some reason, for the first hour and a half to 2 hours, it was 60% off, just unexpectedly. And they fixed it fairly quickly, and it didn't have like any rollbacks or any server issues or server takedowns or anything. It just kind of got changed. But a lot of people are postulating that there was higher than average boom rates during the 60% off in addition, because it was something clearly got a little messed up in the transition, and instead of it being 30% off, it was 60% off, and a lot of people are postulating that the boom rate was also higher than average because, you know, like you can see, this guy's anecdotal evidence: you boom 10 Twilights, 4 Slylight rings, 4 Slime rings, 18 CRA hats, and 28 bill less than 1 bill per boom average. Was I just unlucky, or did anyone else have a similar experience to me? And you can see a lot of people who say the same things. Can't be proven, but I'm pretty sure during the double 30% Star Force bug, the boom rate was also doubled. Me and pretty much all my friends experienced a lot more booming than usual. And then there's, of course, just the people who are like, well, variance is variance, and if you aren't safeguarding, the variance on booms is way, way bigger than usual, especially when you get stuck at 15 for a while. You're rolling the dice a lot more than you normally do. It's not that unusual to only spend like 10, 20 bill on a 140, 150 item like CRA Dom Penance, but boom 20 times without safeguard and not 15. And it's just kind of one of these things that you're never going to really know. You're going to have the camp of people that think it was just the variance, and you have the camp of people who think it's double boom rate. Me personally, I didn't partake in any Star Forcing on that day, and if I was going to, I would have waited for it to go back to 30%. Just because I don't like to, you know, play games with risks like that. You plan around an event being what the event is listed. If the event is accidentally giving double, I mean, I don't care that much. But the upside to doing it that way is also avoiding potential issues like higher than average boom rates, you know? Again, you'll never know, because how are you gonna know? Unless Nexon says something, and I don't think Nexon will be saying anything. And then the last thread that I have opened here is the soccer minigame is incredibly sweaty, and it's absolutely hilarious. The first 2 days, everyone was just running around chasing the ball and running it down to the goal. Day 3, now people are playing goalkeepers, passing the balls to others, defending the person with the ball by stunning nearby opponents, and trash-talking mid-game. Played with someone 3 games in a row, and he won the first game, so he didn't need the points, so he was clearly just playing for the love of the game. Hope this minigame comes back in the future events. As far as the event goes, I think it's fine. I just wish you didn't have to play so many games if you were losing. I think playing 3 games of like 4 to 5 minutes a game to lose to cap your boss like damage and like your Monster Park stuff is a little excessive. You only have to do it 3 days a week, or is it 5 days? I think it might be 5. Yeah, I think it's 5 days a week. It's not 3 days a week. I'm used to the weekly check-in being 3. But this isn't a weekly check-in. It's like double daily check-in. I don't know. It's strange. But I also don't have this experience this man is having. It seems like everyone just kind of camps the center field, and you try to grab the ball as it spawns, and then if you get the ball, you try to dash to their goal as fast as possible, because most of the time, people can't get you anyways, because it's very laggy. But that's my experience. If you guys are playing like FIFA, I'm all for it. I'm happy for you. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this week's kerfuffles. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Thank you to my YouTube members. It's Basics Inner Diz, Remix My Life, I'm Nufu. I love all of you guys very, very much, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye!